It's time to face the music and figure out how many unread books I actually own. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Bree and this is 4 Paws in a Book. It is that video. The one where I have to face the cold hard reality of the fact that I have a lot of books that I haven't read yet, and today we're going to count them. I am 99% sure that it is over 250 books, which is nowhere close to the 200 that I wanted. I'm going to be breaking this up based on genre, and I will have timestamps, so if you only want to watch one genre, feel free to skip around if you want to go back and watch it, whatever. And then I have a big favor to ask of all of you, and that is that I want you to spam my comments. You can do this in one comment or multiple comments, it does not matter. But if you see a book that you want me to read, whether or not you think it's good or not, that's besides the point. If you see a book on here that you want me to read, then put it in the comments. You can add multiple comments, so one book per comment, and spam me with notifications, please. I actually kind of love that. Or you can do it all in one comment. And then in my Kerplunk TBR, I am adding some cards in there that say viewer recommend. And if I pull that card, then I will be coming to these comments and picking a book. I also have some vlog plans based on this as well. I did one over the summer that I'll link up above if you're interested in it. But it's time to set a new baseline, figure out how we are entering 2025. Without further ado, let's get into it. Now, there's a very fine line between romantasy and fantasy, so please do not come for me in the comments if I put it in the wrong genre. I'm using my best judgment, but I haven't read these books yet. The Last One by Rachel Helsel Hall, The Crimson Crown by Heather Walter, Living Legend and Legendary by Ali Shanti, A Fire in the Sky by Sophie Jordan, Blood Mercy by Vela Roth, The Wren in the Holly Library by K.A. Lin, A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire and A Crown of Gilded Bones by Jennifer L. Armentrout, A Fire in the Flesh and Born of Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout, Woodbourne and Currency in Flesh by Heather Nix, Lady of Darkness by Melissa K. Rourke, The Jasad Heir by Sarah Hashim, The Phoenix King by Aparna Verma, Woven by Gold by Elizabeth Helen, The Book of Azrael by Amber V. Nicole, Slaying the Vampire Conqueror, Mother of Death and Dawn, and Songbird in the Heart of Stone by Carissa Broadbent, Caraway of the Sea by Madeline Burgett, The Last Daughter by Alexis L. Menard, Song of Silver, Flame Like Night by Emil Win Zhao, The Bridge Kingdom and The Traitor Queen by Danielle L. Jensen, The Nightmare Before Christmas by Sarah Rush, Flame and Sparrow by S.M. Gaither, Blood and Steel by Helen Schurer, The Curse of Saints by Kate Dramus, Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Moss, City of Gods and Monsters by Kayla Edwards, A Touch of Darkness, A Touch of Ruin, and Mountains Made of Glass by Scarlett St. Clair, Air by Saba Tahir, The Emperor and the Endless Palace by Justinian Huang, Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling, Feybound by Sarah Al-Arafi, Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco, Drown the Sea by Alicia Kemp, Blood Circus by Camilla Victor, Beneath Black Sails by Claire Sager, A Court This Cruel and Lovely by Stacia Stark, Heat of the Everflame by Penn Cole, A Monsoon Rising by Thea Guanzon, One Dark Window, and Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig, Order of Scorpions by Ivy Asher, The Prince's Poisoned Vow by Haley Turner, The Crown of Oaths and Curses by Jay Bree, Mistress of Lies by K.M. Enright, A Dark and Drowning Tide by Allison Saft, The Half King by Melissa Landers, Dark Radiance and Dark Sacrifices by Allison Aldridge, Sinner's Isle by Angela Montoya, The Hells of Notre Dame by R.L. Davenor, Life After Death by S.C. Muir, Kingdom of the Wicked and Kingdom of the Cursed by Carrie Maniscalco, Rule of the Aurora King, Fate of the Sun King, and Tale of the Heart Queen by Nisha J. Tooley, A Promise of Fire by Amanda Boucher, Guild by Raven Kennedy, Filthy Rich Fae by Geneva Lee, Song of the Forever Rains by E.J. Mello, A Strange and Stubborn Endurance by Foz Meadows, Pestilence by Laura Thalassa, To Touch a Reaper by R.R. Mangold, An Empire of Sand by Tasha Suri, Unbreaking by L.D. Waters, Elemental Ruin by Alex Chen Yi, Hunt on Dark Waters, and Blood on the Tide by Katie Roberts, The Timeless Trials by A.C. Guess, The Hollow Plane by Allison Carr-Wechter, Till Death by Miranda Lynn, Reign of Shadows and Endings by Melissa K. Rourke, Rise of the Dawnbringer, and A Prophecy of Undone by I.A. Tech Ryan, Curse of Shadows and Thorns by L.J. Andrews, Half-Blood by Jennifer L. Armentrout, The Archer at Dawn and The Chariot at Dusk by Swati Tirthala, The Coven by Harper L. Woods, Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRue, Fall of Ruin and Wrath by Jennifer L. Armentrout, The Last Hour Between Worlds by Melissa Caruso, Five Broken Blades by Mai Corland, The Phoenix Keeper by S.A. McLean, The Night Ends with Fire by K.X. Song, Immortal Dark by Tigist Girma, I probably pronounced that wrong and I probably will continue to do so today, Spin of Fate by A.A. Vora, Babel by R.F. Kuang, The Book That Wouldn't Burn, and The Book That Broke the World by Mark Lawrence, Promise of the Betrayer's Dagger by J. Tolsquall, Between Dragons and Their Wrath by Devin Madsen, To Shape a Dragon's Breath by Monaco Blackgoose, An Ember in the Ashes, A Torch Against the Night, A Reaper at the Gate, and The Sky Beyond the Storm by Saboteur, The Mask of Mirrors and The Liar's Knot by M.A. Carrick, Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, The Sin on Their Bones by Laura R. Simotin, Midnight at the Houdini by Delilah S. Dawson, Masters of Death by Olivia Blake, The Temptation of Magic by Megan Scott, Dragonfall by L.R. Lamb, The First Bright Thing by J.R. Dawson, The Book Eaters by Suni Dean, Murder Your Employer, McMaster's Guide to Homicide by Rupert Holmes, Yumi and the Nightmare Painter by Brandon Sanderson, This Ravenous Fate by Haley Dennings, The Final Strife by Sarah Al-Arafi, Until We Shatter by Kate Dillon, To Cage a God by Elizabeth May, The Name of All Things, The Memory of Souls, The House of Always, and The Discord of Gods by Jen Lyons, The Fifth Season, The Obelisk Gate, and The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin, Silver in the Bone by Alexandra Bracken, Timekeeper and Chainbreaker by Tara Sim, The Maleficent Seven by Cameron Johnston, Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett, When Women Were Dragons by Kelly Barnhill, The Ninth Reign by Jen Williams, Isle of Blood and Stone by Makia Lucier, Siege and Storm and Ruin and Rising by Lee Bardugo, King of Scars and Rule of Wolves by Lee Bardugo, A Breaking of Realms by Jasmine Young, A Matter of Execution by Nicholas and Olivia Atwater, A Land of Never After by R.L. Davenor, A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross, Can't Spell Treason Without T by Rebecca Thorne, Lord of the Fading Lands, and Lady of Light and Shadows by C.L. Wilson, The 13th Child by Aaron A. Craig, House of Frank by Kay Sinclair, City of Stone and Silence, and Siege of Rage and Ruin by Django Wexler, The Forbidden Library by Django Wexler, The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett, The Confidence of Wildflowers by Michaela Smeltzer, One Night with the CEO by Mia Sosa, Hot Under His Collar by Andy J. Christopher, Curves for Days by Laura Mower, Ready or Not by Cara Bastone, Unrealistic Expectations by Andy J. Christopher, Wildfire and Daydream by Hannah Grace, Love Theoretically and Loathe to Love You by Allie Hazelwood, Taste Like Shakar by Nisha Sharma, That Summer Feeling by Bridget Morrissey, Only When It's Us by Chloe Leese, Lust by Nikki Rome, Can't Resist Her by Kiana Alexander, 40 Love by Olivia Dade, The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker, Love and Other Flight Delays by Denise Williams, Wretched, Twisted, and Hexed by Emily McIntyre, Forbidden Trinity and Honeycut by Sierra Simone, The Marriage Effect by Carla Sorensen, Minx, and Kingmaker's Year One by Sophie Lark, Rein Me In and Wrote Me In by Kayla Gross, Colty, All Roads Lead Here, and From Luke Off with Love by Mariana Zapata, Wild Love and Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver, Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, Best Text Ever by Nadia El Fassi, The Kiss Countdown by Etta Easton, The Prospects by KT Hoffman, Tangled Up in You by Christina Lauren, Parasite, Craven Manor, The Haunting of Leigh Harker, Small Horrors, and Where He Can't Find You by Darcy Coates, Welcome to Night Vale by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Crandor, The Spite House by Johnny Compton, Bloom by Delilah S. Dawson, The Last Housewife by Ashley Winstead, We Used to Live Here by Marcus Kluwer, The Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix, I Was a Teenage Slasher by Stephen Graham Jones, Christmas and Other Horrors, a Winter Solstice anthology by several horror authors, The Book of Witching by C.J. Cook, Memorials by Richard Chismar, The Honeys by Ryan Lasala, Episode 13 by Craig DeLue, The Boyfriend, The Perfect Son, The Inmate, and The Housemaid is Watching by Frida McFadden, The Marriage Act and The Minders by John Mars, Last to Leave the Room by Caitlin Starling, Confessions by Kane Minato, Notes on an Execution by Danya Kakofka, Murder in the Family by Kara Hunter, Pines by Blake Crouch, They Never Learn by Lane Fargo, The Appeal by Janice Hallett, Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney, What Lies in the Woods by Kate Alice Marshall, The Unraveling by Vi Keeland, Hairpin Bridge by Taylor Adams, Kill for Me, Kill for You by Steve Kavanaugh, Murder Road by Simone St. James, The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose, The Principle of Moments by Esme Jackimi Pearson, Heavenly Tyrant by Zoran J. Chow, The Imposition of Unnecessary Obstacles by Malka Older, The Scourge Between Stars by Ness Brown, Baby X by Kira Peikoff, The Chain Gang All-Stars by Nana Kwame Adiji Brenya. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. A Brief History of Living Forever by Jaroslav Kalfar, Yours for the Taking by Gabrielle Korn, The Stardust Grail by Yumi Katase, Starter Villain by John Scalzi, The Future by Naomi Alderman, The Terraformers by Anna Louise Newitt, The Ministry of Time by Colleen Bradley, Cascade Failure by L.M. Sagas, Harrow the Ninth and Nona the Ninth by Tamsin Muir, Into the Sunken City by Dinesh Thru, The Grace Year by Kim Liggett. I don't think I missed anything, but I probably did. Oh well. this is the number. I wasn't keeping track, so if you were, congratulations. Editing Brie has some work to do. That's fine. The goal for the end of 2025 is to reduce this number by 100. I can do it through reading or unhauling, whatever works, but at the end of 2025, this number needs to be minus 100. Wish me luck. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, remember, please comment down below the books that you want me to read. And if you are not feeling chatty, do a book stack emoji because I am surrounded by books and it's gonna take me a while to clean up. If you wanna see the last time that I reorganized my bookshelves, I'm gonna put that video right here for you. If you're new here and you have not yet subscribed, there's a little button you can do so down below the video. If you'd like to hang out with me more, the links to my Instagram, Goodreads, Twitter, and my Patreon are linked in the description below. Thank you for watching and I will see you next time. Bye! I'm gonna go clean up this mess now.